Could I have a look, please, at this? In this, there is a discussion in which Ken Thompson, from whom we've heard, says at this point to remind you that this channel is FOI recoverable, and then there is a picture of what looks like a face with a mouth zipped over, and then someone called Penelope, who I think is Penelope Cooper, who is identified just above that, says, "Clear the chat." Jim McMenamin says, "Happy to do so." LAN reduced from 51 to 39, but fair comment, to which you say, WhatsApp deletion is a pre-bed ritual. That daily deletion of messages.
It's a slightly flippant and it's an exaggeration. I didn't daily delete my WhatsApp. My position is, as I've just described to you, that I tried to do today's work today, and if I could assure myself that that work had been managed and dealt with, then I deleted the informal messaging that had led to that moment. But this was a flippant exaggeration in an informal messaging group, and it wasn't done every day before I went to bed.
It would tend to this exchange that all of you are keen to try to delete messages which may subsequently be recoverable in a freedom of information request.
That position.
You did delete your messages on a regular basis in order to accord even with your interpretation of the policy. You would have required on a daily or regular basis to have taken information from that and loaded it onto the corporate record.
In some form, I would have had to have taken the core of that decision or advice, not the informal chit-chat, but the advice and decision-making into some form of briefing or email, correct?
And been a task that would have been difficult to have achieved, that translation exercise, given the volume of discussion that you've been talking about?
Well, volume comes from. Much of government business was done in meetings, on Teams, in briefings, in conversations that we had.
I'm obviously messaging here.
So I don't think it was as onerous as perhaps you're suggesting to take from this group, for example, about what we thought about Lanarkshire or Dundee and assure ourselves that Jim would then take that advice and use it in the National Incident Management Team, and therefore this group could then be deleted.